I thank the universal truth and the absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Peace and power to the people to struggle. As you come on in, know that you are in a safe space. Know that you are in a space of learning and getting learned up. Know that you are in a space of educating and being educated. Know that you are in the space of questions, answers, comments, concerns, dialogue, intelligence. What, when, why, and how. Know that this is your space, a space where we seek unity on the path to true liberation. As my classroom assistants, come on in, please. Make sure all contact information is in the chat for the duration of class. Please make sure all funding info and links are in the chat for the duration of the class. Periodically in and out of the class. Yes. Yes. If you or anyone you know is in need of anger management, please book an assessment. Do not wait. Do not wait. Please find out if you are in need of a life guide, someone to show you exactly what triggers you. Please, this is what I'm talking about. Book an assessment. And if you are already up under here, get your sessions in. Book your sessions, okay? Don't want to see none of mine on the hood of no police car. If you or anyone you know want to appreciate a salute, Washington, for the early funding of this war effort. If you or anyone you know is in need of domestic violence intervention, please book an assessment. Learn the warning signs. Find out what you need to know in order to prevent a situation from getting out of control. Learn the alarms, okay? Remember, the life you save may be your own. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. This show is being sponsored by Brooklyn Celebrity. Yeah. Yeah. Brooklyn Celebrity. Sponsoring tonight's show. Yes, they are. Listen up now. Listen up. Listen up. Please. Somebody tag the NYPD. Yeah. Tag the NYPD, please, man. Got some explaining to do. Also, please, somebody tag New York County Supreme Court and the judges. Somebody go find de Blasio. Tag him for all this bail reform and stuff. Yeah, tag. And for all of you out of state people, this is a class for you. Because you're going to see, we're going to build on how the New York City, New York State justice system operates. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So tag them all. Tag them all. And it is the 1st of the month of February. Yeah. This is for niggers. Niggers History Month. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So tag as many niggers as you can. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Let them know all month we're going to go in. And if you're not on my Facebook, if you're not following, if you're not added to my Facebook, please make sure you do so. Okay? Because for several years, every February, we have had a discussion. We have had a book every day. So that means there's 28 videos with books. Required reading for woke folks like you. Okay? So tag your classmates. Tag the NYPD. Let's see who's in class tonight. Something for the people. Salute. What's good with you? TC, what up? Mary Jane on deck. 55. Hold that. First 55 of the class. Joey of Hustle and Smoke. You on the spotty spot? Yeah. Yeah, okay. A-Boy. What up, A-Boy? Jeff Sparks. What's going on? April Brown done picked her head up out of them lesson plans. Yes. DC is in the building. What's going on? Geechee Pyro 843. What up, Geechee? 55. Yeah. E. Blandon. What's going on? V. Gibbs. What up, V. Gibson? Roogie Hauser. What up, Roogie? Batty. Okay. Fill up. Boom. What up? What up, C. Blades? I see you. Zone 864 TV. Zone is official. Damn, boy, Zone don't miss. Yeah. Turner Ira. Walaikum assalam. Warahmatullah wabarakatuh. Murder Gang. What's up, Melody Warren? Okay, lovely lady. Tierra Gray. What up, T? You in here. Gregory Orchard. 55. Yeah, Gio. Yeah, you get a 55. Uh-huh. Yeah. What? Ortiz Harper. You were back in your recliner, Ortiz? You leaning back comfortable in that recliner? 55. Hold that 55. Take that. Yeah. Rizzo 27. 55. Take that. Yeah. Bushhead. Cookie. What up, Cookie? Yeah. Juicy Christ. 55. Hold that. GP. Okay. Vitamin Vision TV. Merklow 26. Maxwell Trucking. Everybody's in the spot. Yeah. Well, let's get to it. Oh, yeah, let's get to it. As you know, because it is now national news. It is now national news. Somebody done whooped the paw on the NYPD. Whooped the paw on them. Yeah. Kicked them up and all that. Damn shame. Damn shame. To get duffed out in your own town. Yeah. How y'all get duffed out in your own town? Don't get it. I do not get it. Yes, right on the deuce. how do they call it on New Year's? The center of the world. And in uniform, you getting kicked upon, punched, snuffed, dragged about even. Damn shame, I never thought I would see the day that just a handful of skinny folk, hungry folk, get to putting the beats on NYPD. Well, it at this point in the city has been such an outrage that just before we started the class, they were out protesting. Yeah, they was having a demonstration of protest through Manhattan. All type of police vehicles with sirens on and horns blaring, disturbing traffic. Why? Why? Bliz, you ask? Oh, because the alleged perpetrators of these beating were let go. Now, people have watched many different events, incidents, when it comes to New York City Police, okay? I mean, when we have news, it is global news when it comes to the NYPD. And very rarely, if ever, has the world witnessed people walk out of our courtrooms, especially when they are not wealthy. They're not part of the 1%. They're not part of the upper class or A-list celebrities and athletes. You don't see that. Not in New York City. Definitely not New York County. Okay? Very rare. You don't see it. Because it doesn't happen. Which is why I am telling you now that this is going to set precedence. And when I tell you this, it's like I tell you all the time. When we have these big things happen and the justice system is involved and it appears offbeat, weirdly, I told you all before, it is to set a legal precedent. It is a way to open some doors and close others. But this is hitting very strange. I'm just telling you that. And we should have peeped it. Well, I know I did classes on it and had lives on bail reform. I'm almost certain that I gave a couple of classes on it and how things were going to spiral out of control. But to watch NYPD get kicked in the head and the alleged perpetrators caught on camera be released into the street, and upon release in front of media give the finger, man. NYPD looking real ass. They look ass right about now. And I'm telling you, like I told y'all a couple of nights ago, I have family members, I have dear friends, I have enemies on the job. And I'm here to tell y'all, y'all looking real ass. Y'all are looking ass in these streets, man. Wouldn't have happened in the 70s. Wouldn't have happened in the 80s. Wouldn't have happened in the 90s. This new millennium, Gen X, Gen Y, Gen Z, soft around the grippers, police? Nah, son. Y'all got some explaining to do. This is becoming a precedent. This is setting a new standard. Listen, I done seen them get whipped out like 10 times in the past maybe year and a half on film. I've been seeing them get dealt with. I don't know what happened to Starsky and Hutch when we came up. I don't know what happened to Fred and Barney. I don't know what happened to Batman and them. And all them nicknames for all them D's that used to be running through the East and NYCHA. And I don't know what happened to Midtown North and Midtown South. Them D's that used to be chasing us and beating us down all around the Diamond District, all on Fifth Ave. Where's the D's that used to spit in my face? Where's the blue coats that used to hit dudes with walkie-talkies and Billy Jacks? Where them dudes at? Where they at? Because to see them get handled. By these, come on, these dudes ain't had a hot meal. These ain't have a good cup of oatmeal. These dudes ain't have a good sandwich in months. And they whooped y'all out like that? On the deuce? Where was the backup? Come on, man. No. When we was on the deuce, we knew we don't act up. You may could go on 44th, in between 7th and Broadway, we might catch a pocket. Got to hightail it real quick. You don't act up on the deuce. Too many D's, too many blue coats. So if it's a pocket there, we'll walk it down. Probably the 40th or 39th Street. If they're going in the other direction, probably walk it down to 45th or 46th. Let it cut up. Maybe towards 8th or maybe to, act up on the deuce. Got precinct in the train station. They got a precinct right there. The deuce, they're protecting all those rich folks coming up out of the Broadway shows at any given time. The deuce, you might have been able to act up 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. You might get a little fisticuffs in the theater or something and cut it through. You might have been able to get busy by Latin quarters. But once they started cleaning up the deuce, you don't act up over there. So not only did these individuals act up, they stomped them out. And it wasn't like they was trying to go at somebody else. They wasn't digging a pocket. They wasn't accosting anybody. They went right at the police. So it wasn't like their back was turned to police. It wasn't like they didn't know. They knew it was the police. And they treated them like they were soft. And after the fact, got arrested, went through the system, and the courts, judges, let them walk. Now, we're going to get into how crazy that is, but I want you all to be very clear about certain language and certain things. Because if it was you or if it was I, definitely me, wouldn't have had no bail. Nothing reachable. Not with assault. And let me make this point very clear, because I think it's going above and over and around people's head. Not only was there an assault, there was a robbery. Once you take anything from anyone on the street, any property of theirs, once you take it, that is a robbery in New York County. That is a robbery. If I give you the double, give you the Tyson shit, you know, a lot of people don't understand how Mike was able to drop people out, right? He had a little Brooklyn, little East New York, Brownsville trick. He catch you with the jab, forearm, elbow. So once I do one of them joints to you, right? And it's fast, quick. And it just come around, and most people go to sleep after that. Yeah. Catch you with one of them, and your head is woozy. If I take a button off of you, a button, that's a robbery. If I take a comb or a pick, any property of yours, that's a robbery. So not only did these brazen, hungered, malnourished individuals kick up on the police, kick them in their ass and all type of shit, kicking them in their hip and hitting them in the head. No, not only did they do that, they took a cell phone from one of the officers. Took a cell phone. That is a robbery. I'm telling you, anybody in my age group or older know for damn sure if you assault and rob an NYPD officer in uniform, what? They know they ain't coming home that day. They know you going straight to the alley. Yeah. Ain't no way. Listen. But, as I told you, this is a thinking person's class. So we have to roll everything out and look at it and analyze it because, again, there is something that they are going to establish with this case. And I don't know if they know it or not, but it's going to be the ruin of New York City. So be ready, strap in, because this summer is going to be a doozy. Yeah, yeah. So please fund the war effort, because I'm telling you, we're going to have to do a lot of work. Yeah, we're going to have to do a lot of work. So again, many of you seen the video. It's now viral. It's global. NYPD officers got the fisticuffs and the boots to them on 42nd Street by what they are calling migrants. Young migrants at that. Yeah, you remember what it was like being 18, 19, 21 in them streets. You know what that's like. Full of anger, rebelliousness. Man, you didn't care. Had your fist balled up, always ready. But that's if you were born and raised here and understood the consequences because you have been conditioned, right, through your environment and through how many times you've been through it to know what to expect. It is very, very different. Very, very different when you ain't from here. How dare you make the assumption that you can jump on an officer of the law in New York City? Now, you have to be taught. You have to have a specific understanding of what can happen. Because first of all, the migrants would not do that where they came from. Oh, I'll tell you that right now. They don't play with the law over there. Either they going straight directly at them and the law know their place, or they know their place with the law. And the law come to their crib, their dwelling, their shack, their shanty, their hut, their home, and drag their monkey ass out. Yeah. So what would give them the idea to believe that it's okay to kick up police? And curse them. Mighty going, bitch ass. Kick them. Now you know you don't have no respect when you kick on somebody. You know that. It's one thing to snuff a dude and shoot the 5. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing, try to choke him out, put him in dope fiend. That's one thing. But if you kicking on somebody, I mean, you ain't got no respect for them. Especially when they down. On their knees, trying to get up, and you kick them. You bitch ass nigga. You kick them. Like you Roddy Piper or somebody. And you can hear him mean, going, oh, he's giving him the business while he's down. Just kicking you and shit. Come on, man. That's disrespectful. Put your feet on somebody. That's why Flatbush was so wild. Because, you may have dudes from East Bed-Stuy, Brownsville coming out to Flatbush and you get into it, the growing pains. And these Caribbean brothers with their desert boots and Clarks and they want to kick. And kick. You know that. No, you kick somebody. Nah. Yeah, now you got to get cut. Yeah, you don't kick nobody. We fight. So they kick up the police. Yeah. Kicked him up. Stomped him. Took his phone. Not only was it a regular uniform officer, but it was a lieutenant. Lieutenant Captain something. He got bars. White shirt. Gave him the fisticuffs in the business too. Yeah. Damn shame. That went viral. But let's get into the intelligent aspect of class. Let's really broaden our lens. Now, they're calling these young people migrants. And they let them go. And now, the ones who were arrested and charged and let go disappeared into the wind. Is it surprising? Is it surprising? First of all, you don't even know who the hell they are to begin with. That might have been the first time they ever been fingerprinted in their life. So if they boogie, so what? But not only did this make the news, not only was it NYPD, these NYPD officers, right, that are in their precinct in the county of New York who deal with the district attorneys and the ADAs on a regular basis. Not only were they kicked up and assaulted and robbed, and the case was handled by New York County ADAs and DAs and presented to a judge that presides over that county, and they were able to make bail migrants. Y'all came here uninvited, and they have the audacity to kick up and rob police? Now that's cap. I'm not going for it. Nah. Not NYPD. Nah, not the same precinct that gunned down Amadou Diallo. Nah. Y'all ain't get kicked up by some people and let go. So let's, again, get into a broader discussion. Who is a migrant? Who is a migrant? Let's define it right here, right now. Because this is what they call them. Migrants assaulted and robbed NYPD officers. Okay? Who is a migrant? Definition of migrant: an umbrella term not defined under international law, reflecting the common lay understanding of a person who moves away from his or her place of usual residence, whether within a country or across an international border, temporarily or permanently, and for a variety of reasons. Okay? The term includes a number of well-defined legal categories of people, such as migrant workers, persons who particular types of movements are legally defined, such as smuggled migrants, as well as those whose status or means of movement are not specifically defined under international law, such as international students. Okay? Your ass is just a wanderer. Okay? To our understanding. You're not a vagrant because vagrants just happen to be citizens who fell on bad times, down on their luck. So they may be in the streets, right? But if you run them through a justice system or police agency, their prints may come up. They may have birthdays, social security cards. They may have these identifying slave tags. You understand? Come on, man, we're gonna get deep. Listen. Slave tags, right? Name, date of birth, social. The way they told us to give it up in the army should we ever be captured. Name. Rank. Social. So these individuals don't have any of that, which is what makes them migrants based on this definition. I want y'all to understand the depths of this shit now. Because they kicked up, stomped out and shit, punch NYPD in the back of the head, call them all type of names, bitch ass nigga. Yeah. Went through the system, and came out. No black eyes, no busted lips, nose intact, no swollen jaw, nothing. No wrist in a sling, nothing. I want y'all to peep this now so we can better analyze information as it comes through so we don't get triggered and start making these rash statements and be online talking reckless and crazy. Because there's always a bigger picture. Again, New York County, I don't know how many Brooklynites I got here. It's only 120 people in class. I don't know how many Brooklynites here. I don't know how many street dudes here. I don't know how many dudes from Brooklyn that got caught up in Manhattan before. I don't know how many dudes from Queens. I definitely know the Bronx got knocked in Manhattan and got all type of lumps in the back of the head. Yeah. Especially if you fought police during an arrest or ran. And they chased you for blocks and avenues and cut through and you made them run and one of them ran and fell and tripped up and banged his knee and the other one fell and hit his hip and got you in that precinct. And you know what was coming. Maybe not in the first hour, maybe not in the second or third hour, but you know, before you left that precinct, oh, it was gonna be some business in that holding cell. Oh yeah, automatic. You was gonna get the business. All type of shots to the belly, all type of twist up arms, all type of rough housing. You know the business. You know. Okay? You know. These individuals was on the news, fronting, putting the middle finger up. No, they don't speak English, and they ain't getting no IJB, no speed, not nothing. And they kicked up an officer, a white shirt, in mid on the deuce. Come on. Kicked them out. Call him all type of, don't get your ass to stay down. And took his phone. Took his phone. Okay, we already spoke. We gave the definition of a migrant. A nomad. It just came to your crib, or it just came out your way, it just came to the building. Like, homie, y'all ever had somebody come to the P's and act crazy? Like, homie, you ain't even from out here. We at the little jam in the community center. We at the jam in our neighborhood public school park. It's from cross town, come over and act up. So y'all know them? That's somebody's cousin? Nah, they sure is loud and wild and acting crazy. Yo, Money. Yo, Money, come here, Money. Yo, who you, son? Where you from? Sneakers don't match? You know, we wear New Balance out the way. We was wearing heads and, you know, a lace, and we was fly. Then coming out the way, he got on lottos. Son, where you from? You sure is loud. You drunk? You know where you at? Oh, it's on. Oh. You ain't from here. You gonna get dealt with. Gonna get dealt with. That's it. So we got a migrant. Okay? Migrants. Some of them previously arrested. Yeah. See, it's starting to come out more now. Because remember I said they was just protesting. The police, yeah. Outraged. Yeah. Okay. So let's get in the thick of this. I want you to understand this now. How does a felony affect immigration status? Because what we do know is that they assaulted uniformed officers. They jumped them, assaulted them, and robbed one of them. That's robbery. New Zealand, what's good? But you get 55, New Zealand. You ain't been in class in a long, long time. 55 for you. Okay? How does a felony affect immigration status? Remember, they're calling them migrants. there's a difference between an immigrant and a migrant. Oh, y'all didn't know that, huh? Yeah, migrants is just migrants. Basically, I'm here, I don't know nothing, I'ma do what I want to do. Because you don't give me no food, you don't feed me, you give me no clothes, you give me no work, I'm gonna do what I know how to do. Okay? How does a felony affect immigration status? Aggravated felony. For immigration purposes, the term aggravated felony includes a certain variety of offenses. These offenses are misdemeanors in state or federal courts. In some cases, these offenses are types of conduct that are not even criminalized. An aggravated felony is a category that is treated uniquely in immigration law. They encompass a wide variety of considered removable offenses by Congress. Crimes designated as aggravated felonies were once limited to serious criminal offenses. These included murder and federal drug trafficking. They also included the illicit trafficking of firearms and incendiary devices. Possession of controlled substances can also be treated as an aggravated felony. Since then, Congress has added a number of offenses to the list, including but not limited to the following: simple battery, theft, filing a fraudulent tax return, failure to appear in court, consensual sex between a 17-year-old and a 16-year-old. If any offense was added to the list of aggravated felonies after a foreign national has been convicted, they are still immediately deportable. Okay? So again, I want you to understand they're giving migrants with this judge or these judges, what they just did was treat these migrants as citizens. Hear me out. No green card, no nothing. And the NYPD is hot. Trust, they're hot. Now, crimes of moral turpitude. Crimes of moral turpitude refer to acts determined by a court to violate the accepted moral standards of the community. The following offenses have been considered crimes, including, involving moral turpitude: perjury, tax evasion, wire fraud, carrying a concealed weapon, child abuse, money laundering, counterfeiting, alien smuggling, child pornography, statutory rape, any other crime of violence, domestic violence, obstruction of justice. So here, in the beat down, the kick up of an NYPD brass and regular blue coat, that was another act of crime of violence and obstruction of justice, because initially they were trying to arrest one of them. So the others should have that charge. Now, it's gonna get thick, because these dudes walked out. And walked out and gave the finger to the news. Went right back to government-funded shelters. Ooh, damn. This show is special. Man, let me go see if I could kick up a cop. Yeah. Let me elbow one in the back of the head. Since y'all letting dudes out and shit, I mean, I got every reason to. You understand? Shit. I've been beat up numerous times by him. Yeah. Done seen them lynch my people since Eleanor Bumpus. Abner Louima. Yeah. Akai Gurley. Eric Garner. Yeah. Yeah. We done seen it. And I got a little bit of frustration and aggravation. Maybe I'll find me a police lieutenant or captain slipping at a Dunkin' Donuts, not paying attention, and elbow him in the back of the head and see if I can get bail. Now, I'm telling you, check it out now. Immigration consequences for felony convictions. Mind you, everybody is innocent till proven guilty. So these individuals were just arrested and charged and let out on bail. They're definitely not guilty, even though we seen them do it on camera, live and direct. If you are a foreign national, the commission of an offense described above does not necessarily lead to deportation. The U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services considers a number of factors with regard to the penalties faced by an immigrant to the United States. Most forms of relief from deportation are discretionary. Still, aggravated felonies usually do lead to deportation. You see that? Crazy. Then they have different breakdowns. Legal permanent resident, subject to deportation, may be detained during removal proceedings. Okay, then you got a refugee without legal permanent resident status. Then you have something called ASLE, right? That's a different status. Then you got non-citizen with temporary lawful status, non-citizen without legal status. Since, and that's described, since undocumented immigrants are not authorized to be in the U.S., any criminal offense can result in deportation. So if these are non-citizens without legal status, because they're young, we don't know how long they've been here, but a couple of them been arrested. What's really good? How do they bounce up out of there without a bail? I don't know. But do you see how it's not as clear cut as you may believe it to be? Then you can watch and see all these smoke shops getting held up. You can see all these hit and runs. you can see a whole lot of different crimes that weren't taking place. Shit we don't do. You understand? I mean, we have to keep it a buck. Every ethnic group has a specific way to get money, to hustle, to be in the criminal element. And they all have their favorites, right? Some may cross, but mainly they don't. You understand? Like, we don't see a whole bunch of old face boosting. We know they do it, but that's not their thing, right? We know they can't pimp, right? So again, certain crimes, as I've been telling y'all since before the pandemic, right, have skyrocketed. Rapes, shit like that, arson, all type of weirdness. Which again, we have to go into the conversation of government allowing certain things so they can activate other machines, right? A lot of people believe that this is the onset, that this is the beginning of martial law. Okay? But we are not a fear-mongering class. No, we deal with intelligence. That's what we deal with. Because if we believe that, that means we would stay out the damn way and insulate ourselves and organize ourselves to move differently when we're in the street, if this is what we would really believe. Okay? So that's what a migrant is. That's how it can be defined. We know that deportation is in the play. Straight up. And they know it too. So I'm sure they wouldn't think that they would be let out. If it makes sense to you that these individuals made bail. So let me tell you something. I've never made bail in Manhattan. Never. In all my years of going across that bridge, acting up, I either was ROR'd, or at least on your own recognizance, or my black ass went straight to the alley. Never made bail. At all. Even when I caught the last one, that set me up for a long, long time. Long time. Almost 10 summers. I had a bail from arraignment all the way through to sentencing. Wasn't able to make it. And had people in the industry. None of them reached out though. So, when we started just recently, in recent years, started hearing about bail reform and all these judges having the power to perform as Cut 'em Loose Bruce once did, where he would see black folk from urban areas and give them a fair bail. And they were outraged, trying to get them off the bench even, Cut 'em Loose Bruce. That's what they called them because everybody was able to at least bail out. If he gave you a bail, it was reasonable, it was decent. Working people. Do you understand? Other than that, you were sitting on an island. Let's go through the seriousness of this penal code. New York Penal Law 120.08. Assault on a police officer, peace officer, fireman, or emergency medical service personnel, professional rather. While any type of assault is a serious crime, law enforcement considers assaulting a police officer as a particularly egregious offense. Under New York Penal Code 120.08, you will have committed this crime if with intent to prevent a peace officer, police officer, fireman, or emergency medical services professional from performing his or her lawful duty. You cause that police officer serious physical injury. A serious physical injury is an injury that creates a substantial risk of death, causes protracted disfigurement or impairment of health, or causes loss of a bodily organ. Assault on a police officer is a Class C felony. You hitting somebody in the back of the head is a serious physical injury that creates a substantial risk of death. That's why in boxing it's an illegal punch. Hit somebody in the back of the head. Yo, hold on. You understand? This gang assault, this group, beat these police. Police looking like a Royal Rumble. Look like Christian and Edge getting kicked up on the ground. Was that their charge? I'm trying to figure it out. Was that their charge? Let's look at related offenses now. Assault in the second degree. New York Penal Code 120.05. Aggravated assault upon a police officer or peace officer. Penal Code 120.11. The sentence, assault on a police officer, is a Class C felony. The maximum possible sentence is 15 years and a $5,000 fine. Because assault on a peace officer is also classified as a violent felony, the judge is required to impose a minimum sentence of 3.5 years in prison, even if you have no prior convictions. If you do have one or more prior felony convictions, the minimum sentence will be greater. Penal Code 120.08. Listen up. A person is guilty of assault on a peace officer, police officer, fireman, or emergency medical services professional when, with intent to prevent a peace officer, police officer, fireman, including a fireman acting as a paramedic or emergency medical technician administering first aid in the course of performance of duty. As such, fireman or an emergency medical service paramedic or emergency medical service technician from performing a lawful duty, he causes serious injury to such peace officer, police officer, fireman, paramedic, or technician. Those police was injured. Injured. So we see the possible charges. And when they take something to a grand jury, they usually take it from the highest to the lowest so they can get an indictment. However, we don't even know if these dudes going to get indicted because they let them come through the system and walk out the door. And as migrants that are randoms just coming through, they blue, gone, on buses. Got the Chinese bus from Canal, hot-tailed it up out of here. Gone. After assaulting NYPD on camera, on the deuce. Now, what is a robbery? Section 160.10, robbery in the second degree. Robbery in the second degree. A person is guilty of robbery in the second degree when he forcibly steals property and when he is aided by another person actually present or in the course of the commission of the crime or of immediate flight. Therefore, he and another person participate in the crime, causes physical injury to any person who is not a participant in the crime. Second degree. Robbed and assaulted police. Robbed and assaulted police. Even if you give them third degree. Hold on. Section 160.05, robbery in the third degree. A person is guilty of robbery in the third degree when he forcibly steals property. Robbery in the third degree of a New York City police officer in the middle of 42nd Street, and they walk. Man, I smell cap. I smell cap. I smell a whole bunch of legislation. I smell a whole bunch of fake outrage. I see it as a play. So I instruct my people because that's what I do. That's what we do here in class. This is why y'all fund the war effort. Because we don't come through here and play giggle puss and make fun of BBLs and all type of other weirdness. You know, there's a time for that. But this here is what I'm telling you is a lineup. They're lining folks up. All right? Now this weekend is going to be special. It's going to be something to watch. Because they already started running around confiscating, e-bikes and scooters and all type of weird, a little bullshit just to aggravate it, just to start it. So by the summer, when they start to fill, the borough houses with these dudes, when the streets, when ordinary citizens, regular people, believe that they could just start turning into Bernard Getz and all that shit. Man, I'm telling y'all, if you haven't been feeling the streets of New York, if you haven't been smelling it, if you haven't been basking in the energy of the negativity, of the foolishness, yeah, you could be a victim. You could be a victim. It is time for you to be on point more than ever before. So you don't catch no strays, right? That's the thing y'all like to say when they, oh, yo, damn, such caught a stray. On social media, somebody trolling or commenting and them, oh, we caught a stray. Y'all better be worried about them strays in them streets. Yeah. Worry about that. It's gonna get real ugly. Yeah. Oh, again, we had another shooting tonight. Oh, yeah, somebody got clapped across town. But people doing the work. You got people that's doing the work. We got people, yeah, because we do these panels and symposiums and, you know, we work with the kids, and I ain't seen a kid in the panel yet. It's gonna be ugly, which is why I always say, book your assessment so you don't get so easily triggered. You understand? The only way and people are able to navigate through this bullshit is if you have a clear head, if your emotions are in order, if you are as balanced as you can be, because once you leave your house, once you walk outside, once you're in the mix of the energy, anything can happen. None of us are exempt from it. So it takes an intelligent mind to be on purpose, to move with discipline, to know how to relax yourself. It ain't nothing personal. It just is what it is. It's the environment that is being, invigorated, because we have a lot of impoverished people and a lot of people not too bright, right? Because how many, I just playing devil's advocate here, out of all these migrants, if, listen up, if the countries that they are running from, is so deplorable, if the violence is at a high, if the conditions are so bad, how come we aren't getting a lot of doctors and lawyers and engineers and electricians? Like, they not scared to be over there? Where's their clergy? If a war's going on outside, no man is safe from, how come we only getting these type of migrants? Those with no papers. Those who are only coming to fill our menial labor forces, construction, and the such. I'm just want to know. Because when they was hightailing it out of Germany, who did we get? Oppenheimer and all these other type of dudes. Einstein and all them. When it was on, it's on. Everybody trying to hardtail it out. We don't get no Venezuelan doctors and lawyers coming. We don't get any of that. No. South America, what we got? We getting Venezuelans, we getting people from Colombia, we getting Peru, we getting all type. Well, what's going on? Come on now. Think. What is really going on? And then you come here, and this is what happened? They get to kick up police? Come on. never thought I'd see the day NYPD's boots. NYPD, y'all pussy? Come on now, come on. Come on. Y'all ain't treat me like that. Come on. Come on. I was leaving shit. I was leaving with speed knots. What happened? What happened? As always, I want y'all to research. I want y'all to, when you replaying and y'all making your little TikToks and your IG videos and y'all splicing and making reels, listen to what I'm saying. Every class replay, go over them. Let nothing go by unchallenged and unresearched. Telling you. Check my square. And I guarantee you, the shit you find out on your own. Oh yeah, you be ready to come to class like this. Because you know I'm coming to spark thought. So you can manifest yourself in a different way. And really, really be safe in this struggle. Because the war's on. I told you, the war never went nowhere. It's the same war. It's 1,000 years, 2,000 years war. It's a Roman Empire. It's manifest destiny. It's cracker old faith thought. Same war. Different conditions, different people. Same war. Now, either you're going to be a soldier, an effective soldier, and start gaining some ground in it, or you're going to be a victim. And one of these cave beast old phase is going to get your grippers, and woe is your ass. Woe is you. Woe is you. And you know they like them too. You see what's going on. You see what the Pentagon people, yeah, they ain't trying to blow it up. You see homie from the Pentagon? Yeah. In charge of schools and elementary schools and all type of shit. Arrested in trafficking ring. I'm telling you, it goes from the top down. All I can do is educate and be educated. So, again, don't believe in me, believe in my belief in you. Don't fall for the bullshit. An assault and a robbery of an NYPD officer, and brass, and people walk, they setting something up. They're making sure that a legal gate gets closed or opened, and if they open illegal gates for that type of shit, we're gonna have to be in a space to really and truly protect ourselves. Okay? So make sure wherever you at, you get home with 10 fingers and 10 toes. You come back to class with those same 10 fingers and 10 toes. Classroom assistants, much appreciated as always. Okay? Much appreciated as always. You dig? Fund the war effort. I know it's the first. Yeah, I know it's the first. And I know y'all ain't hit your landlord. Don't treat me like your landlord. Don't treat me like your landlord. Y'all done ducked and dodged him. Yeah, you done ducked and dodged her. Nah, don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Cause damn it, I know y'all first Sunday, y'all gonna be in church. Giving that pastor that bread so he could go put in them white banks. Come on, fund the war effort. Shit, fund the war effort. Come on, man. Lord ain't coming to give you no jewels. He don't even want to fix y'all sink. Y'all know I know. Don't act like I don't know. Act like I don't know. Pastor ain't doing nothing. Pastor looking at your wife. Or your son. I mean, come on. Y'all giving them tithes and all that. Come on now. Fund the war effort. What y'all think this is? Move a rock, I'll kill. Appreciate it for that war effort. Yeah. Yes. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continue to bless you too. Yes. Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yes. Peace to God's mercy. All that. Free the land. We gonna get there. We gonna get there. Trust.